I'm going to keep guessing tails.
Tails. What do you got?
So my two options here went in two completely different directions. And I'll tell you who my two options were. My first option was Jorge Soler.
Everybody's got Jorge Soler on their board here.
Everybody's got Jorge Soler on their board
Who's
here.
my second option?
He's a good DH option, bopper. He's going to hit a cajillion home runs, hit 36 of them this year, 48 home runs back in 2019.
Good player.
126 WRC plus. That's all good stuff.
All-star.
And you might need somebody to fill that DH role this year if it's not another Ryan O'Hearn masterclass.
I don't like where this is going.
But I'm going in a different direction.
Oh, no.
And I'm going with somebody who I think can give you a similar role to Ryan O'Hearn.
Okay.
In how you use him, is a great veteran presence in the clubhouse. Wouldn't block you if Colton Cowser and Heston Kjerstad come up and decide to be excellent next year, which is very possible, and give you some really good playoff experience as well. That guy's Jason Hayward.
No! You gotta be kidding me.
And Bones is distraught.
You gotta be kidding me. There's no way.
That's the beauty of the coin flip, baby.
That's brutal.
Jason Hayward, I think, would only command a 1-year deal.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I wrote down, too.
He signed a minor league deal with the Dodgers last year, and he made the opening day roster because the premise was he's going to be a good veteran presence, and he still plays a quality defensive outfield, and, we'll see what we can get out of Jason Hayward. And what you end up getting, somebody who hits 270 with 15 home runs, because the Dodgers put him in the correct position to succeed. He only had 28 plate appearances against lefties this season. It contributed to an .818 OPS against righties in 350 plate appearances. So you used him as a platoon bat where you needed him. And the guy's also a 5-time Gold Glove winner.
You don't got to tell me. I know
Plays
all
a
this.
quality defensive right field.
Oh.
And look, if the Orioles are facing a right-handed starting pitcher and want to get somebody who can give you an 800-plus OPS against righties with a quality defensive right field, you're going to be putting Anthony Santander in your DH spot, Jason Hayward in right field. Great veteran presence in this clubhouse that the Orioles, they like, and he fills a need. And if Heston Kjerstad comes up and turns into somebody that you want to platoon against right-handed pitching, you're not committing a lot here for Jason Hayward. I think he probably only takes a 1-year deal. And it's somebody that, if he struggles and Heston Kjerstad or Colton Cowser look great, can take a back seat. Jason Hayward's my pick.
He only struck out 64 times this year.
It's not a lot of times.
He was great at the plate. I love Jason Hayward for this pick. I really do. And if I had the opportunity, I would have picked him too.
Now, I've got your vote in back-to-back categories now, is what you're telling me.
Listen, I'll go Jorge Soler here because he's kind of the de facto choice. But he's not only that, he's actually very good. Like we said, 36 homers, great power bat. This guy's a 2-time World Series champ, was on the same team that Jason Hayward was on back in 2016 when the Cubs broke the curse.
World Series MVP, Jorge Soler.
World Series MVP back in 2021 with the Braves. So this is a guy who's no slouch. He'd probably take a multi-year deal at this point.
Yeah, probably 2 or 3 year deal.
Struggled in the first year with the Marlins, then came back this year, was an all-star, was a very, very good player. And is a guy that you want on your baseball team because he'd be really nice to throw into the middle of that lineup.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the Orioles didn't really have a guy this year, an everyday player whose OPS was far above 800. And that wasn't really an issue because everybody was around 800. But imagine you throw in a guy who just whacks the ball. And he does it for a relatively high average as well. So he's not just a strikeout or homer guy.
And he's whacking it.
And he can play a solid outfield. So I like Jorge Soler here as well. But Jason Hayward, alas.
Yeah. Jorge Soler is a bopper. He's whacking the baseball, as you said. I think the one thing that is probably pretty obvious about limiting Jorge Soler's potential upside is being a right-handed hitting power hitter who plays half your games at Camden Yards.
Yes.
That left field wall is brutal.
It's not kind to righties.
It's not. But Jorge Soler has the kind of prodigious power that it could probably hit the ball over any wall he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's containing 470. I think Jorge Soler is also a really good pick, just fills a different need because he's probably not going to play the outfield defensively very much. But if you want Jorge Soler and Ryan O'Hearn as your two kind of platoon DH options, it's a really good option. That could potentially be your cleanup hitter.
I may never forgive you for Jason Hayward.
No? And that's the beauty of the coin flip. Don't hate me, hate the coin.
I hate you, Cohen.